Have you ever heard a plumber mention the word plumber's putty and you contemplated the idea and wondered what they were talking about? So, plumber's putty comes in a little tub, a small tub. It's not expensive. It may be anywhere from $3 to $5 to $2.50. But let's just take a hypothetical and say a fictitious situation and say one was actually putting in a kitchen sink, for instance, or a bathroom sink. It doesn't really matter. But they take the plumber's putty, and as one can see, the putty is here, and you take it in your hand and you knead it sort of like dough, kind of along that line. Just roll it up in your hand in a ball. Then you roll it out in a snake-like position where it's just one roll. And then you wrap it around, as one can see here. It's wrapped around on the lip here on this particular basket strainer basket or whatnot. So then at this point, what one does is actually takes the bottom piece from the bottom and actually tightens this bottom piece up onto here. When tightened up on here, what this does, the plumber's putty will kind of protrude out on the kitchen sink side or the bathroom side, and it looks kind of, it doesn't look very pretty. But once it's tightened, once this nut here, or whatever nut you're tightening, tightens this up and squeezes this plumber's putty down, then at this point one can take their hand on the kitchen sink and just rake it off, or rake it off with a paper towel. But many people rake it off with a hand and then put it back in the tub and put the lid on it to keep it from future. But if it gets hard, once the plumber's putty's hard, as one can see here, it's very soft and very pliant. So, and this is the way you want it. So now what is the purpose of plumber's putty? The purpose is once this strainer basket or bathroom sink, whatever you're working on, once it's upended, once it's tightened up, and the plumber's putty it will actually make a seal. So if you've actually installed one of these and never put the plumber's putty or in the bathroom or something, there may be other ways there. I'm not saying this is a universal panacea. However, there may be other ways to do it, but primarily this way here has withstood the test of time. Hence, it's used in certain situations, and it works very well. So, and then the plumber's putty will kind of get dry around the cracks over X amount of time. I'm not certain how much time it gets, and if one makes a proper seal, then the plumber's putty actually prevents the water from coming by and leaking down, because this part here would be underneath the kitchen sink, and if it were say upended in this direction here, then one would see the plumber's putty protrude out here. You would simply rake your hands, put it in the tub. But from this end on the bottom, then one would put the ring on, and when you tighten the ring on, the plumber's putty begins to expand, and then this makes a seal. So this is what plumber's putty's for. And it's simply to make a seal, a watertight seal, so the water does not go down below, or whether that be in a kitchen sink, whether that be in a bathtub, whether that be underneath a bathroom sink, etc. But so, again, take the plumber's putty, rake your hand in, get a ball, roll the ball in your hand, work it, knead it in your hand, then roll it out into a snake-like position, and once you get in a snake-like position, put it around. Now, if you don't have enough, get another ball and just put it together. It's not rocket science. So basically, if you're covered this area and you need another one, make you another little snake and put it around here and kind of press it in to where it makes a good seal, and you should be fine if everything is installed properly. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.